Hi everybody, my name is Megan Perino and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Pom Pom Ball. So to make the Pom Pom, you're going to need 2 different colors of yarn, cardboard, and I've just used a piece of an Amazon box here. I cut it out, and just a glass, a pencil, a pair of scissors. So our first step is going to be to make our little disc, our cardboard disc that we're going to look like this. So to begin that, we're going to take our glass, and the top is a little wider than the bottom, and I'm going to make a smaller pom-pom, so I'm going to use the bottom. And so I'm going to put the glass on top of the cardboard. I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to hold it down and trace around the base of the drinking glass. So you can see there that I've made one circle. We're going to make a second one right next to it. Just like that. And so just like these, we're going to need a smaller circle in the middle. So for that, I'm just going to kind of just sketch out a circle in the middle here. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of sketch out a rough circle, just like that. The next step is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut out our circles. I like to cut down the middle first, just to make it easier. Set that one piece aside, and then just start cutting here. So we're going to need to get this middle circle cut out as well. So to do that, we're just going to cut a slit right here. And you're just going to follow that line. It's a little tough depending on how sharp your scissors are. These are a little dull. So you just follow that circle around. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just enough to get the middle out. And then we're also going to make the slit a little wider, just like that. So our next step is we're going to take our yarn. So this is the yarn that I'm going to use for the main color of the pom-pom. So I'm going to start by taking out a bunch of yarn from the spool. Now notice that I didn't cut it from the spool. It's still attached because you never know how much yarn you're going to need. But you can just set the spool aside. You're going to take your 2 cardboard pieces and stack them on top of each other like this. And then you're just going to take the end of your yarn and start wrapping it around both of the pieces of cardboard. So at first it's going to be a little hard to get the yarn to stay because it's just you holding the end of it, but you can just start wrapping it. And the most important thing about wrapping the yarn is to make sure that you're wrapping it evenly, because otherwise your pom-pom is going to be really thick in some parts and then not as thick in others. So now you can see that I've stopped wrapping because the hole in the middle has pretty much disappeared. So basically that's the signal that you're done. Next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and cut our yarn from our spool. And now we're detached from that. And now you just have to be really careful because you obviously don't want this to start unraveling. So just kind of keep track of the loose end. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start cutting in between our 2 circles here. So in between our 2 cardboard circles, we're going to start cutting the yarn. Now I've finished cutting all the way around the circle. And so we're ready for our next step. So I went ahead and cut 3 strands of yarn, about a foot in length. It doesn't matter exactly. I did 2 green and 1 pink because I'm planning on braiding it later. But you can always just do 1. It doesn't really matter. It's just preference. So the next thing you're gonna do is take the yarn and put it between the cardboard pieces here. So now that I've got the yarn between the cardboard pieces, you can kind of pick it up by the yarn. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna tie a knot in all 3 strands. And you're gonna tie that knot and cinch it very tight as you can. So just pull really tight. And then I normally do, I guess you don't have to, but I always do a second knot because this is really the only thing that's holding together your pom-pom. Now that we have our knot tied, we can go ahead and take these cardboard pieces off. And don't worry about breaking them or anything since they are just cardboard. You can always just make new ones. So there's one, and there's the second one. Now, your pom-pom's gonna look a little big and kind of shaggy a little bit. So what I like to do is trim it a little bit. As you can see, I've trimmed this quite a bit. Looks a lot less shaggy than it did. Of course, you can keep trimming as much as you want. I like to trim mine pretty short. I like them really thick. So mine this is one that I've trimmed down. So obviously it's gonna get smaller as you trim it, but it's also gonna get a lot thicker. Now we have both of our braids finished, and this is the end of our instructional. So this is your pom-pom, and I make mine to put on like purses, so something like this, or you could hang it from your mirror in your car, really anything, put it on a bag, whatever you like, but it's very functional.